one step closer to having medical marijuana right here in our state. Regulations were finalized and posted earlier this month, and now the commission is set to take on applicants.
We are praying for every day that the call for applications gets delayed a little bit. I can't imagine getting another partner in place who would be willing to do our application at this point. This is kind of the most stressful I've been since I started this, other than occasionally having a little, oh my God, what am I doing kind of moment. It was the momentum of having Brian being willing to invest in me and in what we're proposing. You know, we talked to him 3 or 4 times, 5 or 6 times over this past month and a half, and talked about what a great team we put together. I really couldn't believe my ears. In total shock, total shock at the change in the deal. And I felt like sort of saying, Brian, what do you mean? That's not what you said before. I'm just hoping this isn't the only deal we can do. We've only got weeks left. When we started this venture, it was interesting because we were still sitting in rooms and whispering and not letting people know what we were talking about, because it felt like something bad because it's been illegal for so long. And it came at the same time I was being asked to sit as a church council member. And so one of the things I did was consult my pastor, and you know, on the basis that it's medicine we need and it's legal, he had no issues. One of the things I said to him as we were getting started is, you know, this is really up to God. I'm going to go through the motions of what I believe is needed to put together a business plan and an application, and really the rest is up to God.
Applications for licenses to run a dispensary or to be a grower or processor have officially been posted. It's a huge step for the Maryland Medical Cannabis Commission. The Maryland Medical Cannabis Commission will award up to 15 growers licenses and 2 dispensary licenses per senatorial district.
So you think we're out of options? I mean, it's so close to deadline.
No, I think there are other options. There's definitely other options at play. You know, there's other strategic partners out there that aren't involved in Maryland yet.
Yeah, but do we have time?
So with the application deadline being so close, yeah, you got to make a decision really quickly.
So what about Wendy? You think Wendy can help us with this?
Sure, yeah.
She keeps mentioning that company in Florida. Do you know much about them?
I do, yeah. I've been doing some research, you know. They're on the plot bearings of Colorado as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's, it's a woman-owned company, or at least third, I think, owned.
That's pretty cool.
So let's call her, get her on the phone.
Okay.
Let's talk about, you know, getting Jamie on the phone.
So Sharron, tell me a little bit. I mean, it sounds like the deal is not going as well as you planned with the other group out of Colorado.
Right. At this point, well, you know, you've been in the business, and I've had to give away a little bit more equity than I wanted to just to get the right kind of people at the table. So at this point, I was really hoping to find somebody who would be willing to do the application for us for 5%.
I think you've got a great team put together, so I was able to talk with my team here in Colorado, and we would like to offer you the 5% of the application with the option in the future to have some available equity, buy into it, into the additional amount that you have left, providing money to you as well.
Wow. Okay. All right. And how about that Wendy and the marijuana show? She is so cool. We wouldn't have even met if she hadn't introduced us.
That's right. She's changing people's lives, mine, yours, and hundreds of other people that want to be on the show or that have been already and are expanding their dreams and their businesses in the industry. So it's fabulous. I'm excited to be a part of it.
Kate, the numbers are staggering beyond anyone's expectations. More than 1,000 applications have come in, and many of them are from out of state.
Today we're waiting to get the receipt that our package arrived at the Maryland Medical Cannabis Commission, and my son keeps calling from my house saying, okay, I talked to the driver and he's now on Route 97, or I talked to the driver and there's absolute bedlam, so he went down there to make sure all the couriers who were working for him that day got their packages delivered. And we've been talking to this courier for 2 weeks because we knew they would be inundated. So this courier said, I personally took your package in and made sure it was delivered. And he's been calling my son and saying, I'm on the way back. And so we're still waiting for that.
The state received 1,081 applications, 811 for dispenser licenses. There are 146 grower applications, but the state will only award 15. And 124 processor applications. There's no limit on those.
So what's happening? Woo! Okay. You gonna send me a picture of it? All right, so we got a receipt.